Ever since my high school years, watching all my children, I yearned to have a romantic beach honeymoon like Erica Kane had had time and time again. I knew that if one day my new husband and I rolled around in the sand with the waves gently caressing our feet and him looking into my eyes and declaring his love for me, that I would have arrived in the world of love. But finding love was not as easy as it looked on all my children. In my 20s, I had a series of boyfriends who all seemed to have something going on with their supposed ex-girlfriends. So what did I do? I chased after each one, desperately trying to win him from the other woman. Sit down, dear. Relax. I'll get you a drink. Oh, I would love to see a gory movie with you. I'll be right over, dear. By my 30s, I realized I deserved more. So I placed an ad in the Washington Post Personals. Exciting yet stable, single white female, loves long walks on the beach, in search of single male who enjoys same. Jackpot! Over 50 responses. Surely my beach walking true love must be one of them. 23 first dates later, and I had nothing. Every guy made a fatal flaw. He talked incessantly about himself, or he said, let's split the check. Or his kiss made me nauseous. By 36, I thought to myself, if I'm not going to be treated well, I just might as well be alone. 5 years later, I ran into a friend who was bubbling over with excitement. Oh, I'm dating these two guys from eHarmony and they treat me so well. I wasted no time. I filled out eHarmony's 3-hour personality profile and the matches just started flowing in. But wait. I didn't want to go back to my man-chasing ways. After all, I had read the book, The Rules. Rule number 5. When engaging in online dating, let the man respond to you. Patience, Suzanne, patience. A few days later, I get a request for communication from Eric. After going through eHarmony's 2-week communication process, he asked me out to lunch. Well, Eric always said, tell me more about you, Suzanne. Oh, I'll pick up the check, Suzanne. And his kisses were magical. But the thing I loved the most about him was that he never ended a date without saying, when can I see you again? Until one day, he said, see ya. Oh my God, what happened? Things were going so well. There must be another woman. 1 day, 2, 3, 4. The pain is excruciating. I'm doing anything I can just not to sit home by the phone and torture myself. Day 5, he calls me and invites me to a fancy French restaurant in McLean with a name I can't pronounce. I can't believe it. A restaurant with a name I can't pronounce? This means one thing and one thing only! He's going to propose! Dinner's over. No proposal. I excuse myself to the ladies' room and I have a stern talk with myself. Suzanne, pull yourself together. Now you've had a lovely time, at least you're still together. You go back out there, put a smile on your face, and act as if you weren't expecting anything. Well, when I walk out, the restaurant is empty, except Eric sitting there. He says, "Sit down." He gets down on his knee. He pulls out an exquisite ring, and he says, "I can't imagine my world without you in it. Will you marry me?" Well, once the wedding planning was underway, I said, "Eric, would you plan a surprise honeymoon for me?" Now, the idea of a surprise honeymoon was one of those things that I wanted, but I wasn't sure that I wanted at the same time. But I convinced myself that it would be okay. After all, when my family went on vacation, we went camping. When his family went on vacation, they stayed at 5-star resorts. I'd be happy at a Motel 6 with him, so how bad could it be? Well, a couple months before the wedding, I said, "Hey Eric, do I need to pack a cocktail dress?" No, I don't think you'll be needing one of those." I thought, oh dear. But we had a lovely outdoor wedding overlooking the Potomac River at George Washington's River Farm in Alexandria. And then, a few days later, we arrived at our villa at Cambridge Beaches in Bermuda. The ocean views were breathtaking, and the grounds picturesque. The staff was so hospitable, I was sure they had been born and raised just to serve me. I felt like Cinderella at the ball. I was so glad I had packed my cocktail dress. But Eric, I had never seen a man so loving and attentive as him. "No, sit down, Suzanne. I'll get you a drink, Suzanne. Oh, I'd love to walk through all the cute little boutiques with you, Suzanne. I'm here for you, Suzanne." On the third night, he hired a butler to take us to our own private island. And as we walked to the boat, I felt like something was wrong. I excused myself to the ladies' room, and I cried to myself, "Do I deserve this?" But as the boat approached our private island, I fought back the tears of joy as I embraced his love and devotion and his willingness to indulge me. After dinner, we rolled around in the sand with the waves caressing our feet as he looked into my eyes and said, "I'm so happy I married you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you." I had arrived in the world of love. Eat your heart out, Erica Kane.
Great. I'm torn between being happy for her and wanting to kill her. How about that? Oh, no, we're happy for you.